President Chelsea Clinton is molesting children on the space station.
They're shoving rats up each other's butts.
They're suffocating rats. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Look.
Remake my heart go boom, boom, boom.
Ugh, you hyped up that song a little too much. I'm not going to lie.
Certainly did. Hey, look.
It wasn't great.
Certainly did.
You know,
they're not all first round picks.
Yeah, some of them, you know.
Slip through the cracks.
You could say that.
Remember it a little bit better than.
Yeah, 100%.
The rest of the movie was fine. But I was like,
dude, I hated
so
the
building
movie.
up to that song, and then I was like,
I know, I remembered it as being a lot better than it was. But you know what I think the trick is for, like, songs, you know, like original songs and movies like this, is it has to be a song about
Like
what's
movie.
happening in the movie.
yeah.
Like all of Will Smith's, like, Wild Wild West, Men in Black.
Yeah.
It's about, like, what we're watching.
Yeah.
So if they...
The Fresh Prince.
Fresh Prince. Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. So if they had done it like that, I mean, obviously you couldn't use... The movie would have to be entirely different, though, if they
And
if
the song
they were
sucked.
singing a
the
song
song
about
wasn't good.
Zenon.
Yeah. Because I think, like...
I mean, okay, it wasn't horrendous. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Make my heart go boom,
Dude,
boom.
if the
My
first
supernova girl.
lyrics of the song are zoom, zoom, zoom.
It's like, you know, you're in for a ride, baby.
my only thing with the song is, like, they couldn't decide if they wanted it to sound like it was guys singing it live or if it was like a backing track, like you know what I mean? It was like,
Sure.
The performance was bad.
it
Is
was
that what your
weird.
problem?
But this movie wasn't bad.
I hated it.
Yeah, I
It's
don't
like a 3
know
or
why
4.
you hated it so much.
I mean, my problem with it is, like, I thought it was gonna be like her going to Earth and trying to find her way back, and I understand.
well, that is what happened.
No,
She wasn't on Earth like for very long.
No,
though,
she was barely on
to be
Earth.
honest. Like she wasn't on. I thought like the whole movie was gonna be her like mostly on Earth, but she didn't get to Earth until like 40 minutes in or something.
Really?
I think.
Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah, I
deep
guess
in
you're
It
there.
was
right.
pretty. She wasn't there for very long. Which, like, you know how I was saying last week with Halloween Town, I felt like there wasn't enough like build up and backstory, and Marnie and her mom just start fighting right in the beginning, and then their grandma shows up. Like, this like solved that problem, but like a little too much.
Sure.
Like
I thought it was gonna be like more her out of place, like, you know.
yeah, like a.
And it was
Down
so
there,
dark.
they're still using
so dark.
Fahrenheit. There
Yeah.
was that.
Still using Fahrenheit.
Dude, that's one of my favorite lines.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
all the
Down
weird
here.
school stuff is just sort of like. All of it just happens like once. I'm trying to think.
You know
of a
what needed
different
to be
movie,
cut was the
like-
horse shit.
Yeah,
That's true.
That
That's
was-
sort
what
of
the fuck?
unnecessary.
yeah. They never even went back. He was just like, I gotta go pet more
Yeah,
horses.
what if
now.
they use, like, the horses
Like he has
to
go
get to
say-
the space shuttle
right,
or
because,
something like
yeah,
that?
they just use
'Cause
like
they're out of
the
time.
Volkswagens, but it's like, what
Yeah.
if they couldn't hack into the Volkswagen? Oh, guess we gotta the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
Sometimes future technology isn't always best.
And that
Ride a
would have been,
horse. That would have
a
been
great
so
lesson
cool.
for Zenon to learn.
That would have been
Yep.
really cool. Yeah.
We just made such a way better movie than what they've come up with.
I didn't
and
hate
it does
that. I didn't
feel
hate
like it does again though feel like you've written all these movies, Emily. Although I feel like you were calling out shit a little less this time.
Yeah. Because one thing I was gonna say, but I didn't, is I thought there was gonna be a scene where Margie was like, "You're not so bad after all," and that did not happen.
I thought that was
No, they
what
were
was going to
enemies.
happen
I
at
want
the
them
end
to
of the
be
car.
enemies forever.
yeah, that
When,
did not happen. Margie just doesn't even get out, does she? Or maybe she's just standing there.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
she stayed in the trunk the
Yeah,
rest of the
because
time.
you only see the two boys like go inside with her. Just leave Margie in the trunk after they crashed through that fucking
Margie,
gate.
I really
They handled the
thought.
Margie issue.
Yeah, that's one way to do
Yeah.
it. I thought that her character, and it was at the beginning, was like this mean girl,
Yeah.
like, you know, she's got to be a bully for Zenon and stuff. And it turns out she's just full schizophrenic, like thinks that Greg is her boyfriend.
Obsessed
Yeah.
with Greg.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's actually
Like
just
stalker
like
level.
crazy.
And
Like, are you
she's,
just
like,
in a
kind of
bad
a
mood?
loser.
He's like, I don't want to date you ever. And she's like, let's talk about this later.
Yeah, that's so crazy.
Yeah.
But speaking of schizophrenia,
And
into
Judy.
Gilbert's mom. There was no
Judy?
Gilbert in this
Oh,
movie.
no, there
we should
wasn't,
get
not
to it,
really.
but there wasn't a Gilbert. There was a reverse Gilbert, which was Andrew.
Yeah,
Andrew
right.
was the
Awesome.
reverse Gilbert
Yeah.
because he was kind of like a
Awesome nerd.
he was an awesome nerd, but Judy was like the most tolerable because
Mhm.
that's the other thing is everybody in this movie pretty much sucks. Like
Yeah.
Zenon is super annoying.
Yeah.
And she doesn't do a
parents
good
suck.
job. Her parents suck. You know what? Their whole family's got a real problem with communication, I think,
Yeah.
is the issue.
Yeah.
And what was that guy's name? Plank? Captain
Yeah,
Plank?
Commander Planker.
Commander
Yeah.
Plank. Yeah, that guy's got problems because just nobody's listening to each other. Nobody's explaining themselves.
Mhm.
He's like the authority figure too. Like, come on,
Yeah,
get a
like,
grip.
Who elected this guy? Like,
It's a good question. We never learn how
he
he
doesn't
became.
have many like great qualities.
No,
It
He didn't
doesn't
seem like much of a leader.
no.
He did tell that one lady though to go arrest those guys.
And she just stood there with her arms
She went-
crossed.
That was so
Yeah,
funny.
that was-
She
that
walked
was really
over there
funny.
with such purpose too.
Right,
That-
Just
right.
to stop and
No
go.
handcuffs,
like,
no nothing.
Nothing. But not even like let's get out. Like grab him by the shoulder.
Yeah.
Like let's get out of here. Just
Just the scene ends.
You think they shot that scene and they're like, she's like, ah, shit, I don't have the handcuffs. I gotta do something else.
Yeah, honestly, probably.
oh man, dude, she was probably walking around all day that day, being like bothering the AD and stuff. Like somebody's gonna give me handcuffs for that scene,
and
right?
then
And
they
they're
just-
like,
and they're like,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
it's fine.
Yep.
So, what was the main villain's like purpose again?
Oh yeah.
Insurance
why?
money.
He wanted insurance money from the space station.
That's
break-in?
confirmed.
That Zenon says that at the end when
Okay.
the commander's like, so what's the explanation, Zenon?
Dirt, right.
She's
During the explanation part is when she
Yes,
explains
yeah.
it. Nice.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
because I missed that. I had no idea.
Yeah, me neither. I figured that's what it was, but I'd never heard them actually say that.
Yeah, they only say it once at the very end.
No,
Well,
it's-
she said, "I don't know money" at one point.
Well, yeah, because that like she's like just knows like the
Yeah.
Earth people to be like greedy and
Right.
yeah,
Except
She's so
Gregory, who
weird.
swept her off her feet with
Oh
his looks.
and
God.
like rain and flowers.
With that
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 gaze.
1,000-yard stare of
Oh
That
my
gaze
God,
he
yeah,
gave her.
that was so weird.
Yeah, that kid was a real creep.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah, he started off weird.
Just
Sure.
full on staring at her. Didn't
And-
make. I mean,
He's like, Margie,
ugh,
get
no
the hell
emotion.
out of here.
Oh,
I
my
got
God.
I got a girl to look at.
I gotta, dude, like at the end of Goodwill Hunting when he writes him that note.
Yeah.
I gotta go see about a girl. I gotta go stare at
I
a young
gotta
woman.
go gaze. Our
Took my
only
line.
restaurant.
Yeah, the
Right,
one
yeah,
restaurant,
the one
which
restaurant
was
in
also called like the Cosmic Cafe
yeah,
or
it was
something.
like 50s like retro future.
Yeah.
like-
Yeah, you got to put that in the
With the
future. But
hoverboats.
the hoverboats.
Yeah, but they have
That was
hoverboats,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But the rest of it, like Aunt Judy being like, yeah, all the high tech stuff's in the big cities because
The
we
budget.
don't exactly
Yeah.
we can't afford to do
But
that.
then
here.
that-
Right,
tech-
over
the-
budget.
But the tech company's based there for some reason,
Jesus
and not in New
Christ.
York or LA.
Yeah, a lot of doesn't make. You know what's crazy?
Maybe it's like a Portland type situation, you know, where everybody's like kind of eclectic and hippy dippy, but then
Right.
it's like all the tech people are like they're right there.
Yeah. That could be the case. I want to see when the sequel came out
Oh, okay, yeah.
because
It's soon.
yes, okay. So Zenon comes out in 1999. Halloween Town comes out in 98.
Mhm.
The only reason I say that is because at some point I know I was like Zenon, the first trilogy of Disney Channel when it
Mhm.
was Halloween Town, because Halloween Town, the first one did come out before. But they put the Zenon sequels out like super fast.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah, right.
People were clamoring
They probably
for Zenon.
ordered 3 and they're like, ah shit.
Dude, Zenon gets the sequel comes out before Halloween Town 2 even comes out. And then Zenon Z3 was 2004. Wow. There's 5 years between
3 movies.
3 movies? That's
Yeah.
pretty.
no
yeah.
between Calabar between Halloween Town 2 and Halloween Town 3.
Okay.
So the sequel comes out in 2001. 2
Okay.
years so which is pretty much for the turnaround.
That's
I
pretty
mean, they pretty much
fast.
started.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like because
They're like, let's keep this thing rolling.
yeah,
You gotta
'cause,
add all the
shooting
special
and
effects.
editing and like
Yeah.
that goes on for like a year probably.
Yep.
so-
Yep. And I wonder if that's when 2001 sounds early for That's So Raven to like have started. As being if there was
Yeah.
like a conflict
Yeah.
where that's why she's
Oh, that's
not
why
in
she's
the
not in the
sequel.
second one?
Yeah,
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 what's
if
her-
that's the
Cheetah
case.
Girls. Oh, the Cheetah Girls are far. Oh, it's 2003.
Wow. I don't know if that's when I would have guessed the first Cheetah Girls to come out, 2003.
I knew it was early.
What's that? They're singers.
Tiger Cruise right here.
Yeah,
I texted you guys about this one, Tiger Cruise.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
super
insane.
pumped.
I can't wait to hear.
Oh,
about
right after Stuck in the Suburbs, which is another one of my favorites.
Can I read you the description for Tiger
Oh,
Cruise? I read it
please
for
do.
Emily. All right, so Commander Gary Dolan is in charge of a naval carrier that is on a Tiger Cruise, which involves family members joining their seafaring relatives out on the ocean. Dolan's young daughter, Maddie, is along on the cruise, partially to convince her father to take a position that involves less travel. However, family dynamics suddenly take a back seat when word reaches the ship that September 11 attacks have occurred.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's going to be intense.
So they just stay on the ship? I guess we'll have to
But
wait
what
to find
year
out.
did
But 2004,
Okay.
which is pretty fresh. But I guess
Yeah.
if you're like making a movie for kids, like we got to explain 9/11 to kids somehow.
That's
And let's do it
crazy.
through a tiger.
So let's start the military
Oh, man.
recruiting process now.
Yeah, really.
Do you think, do you think if you were like 18 when that happened, you would have like wanted to sign up?
No.
No.
I'd
Are
be
you
like,
sure?
dude, they just
No.
came here and blew up 2 towers. I'm not going to
I'm
go
not
over there
going
and
over
stop
there.
them.
That
Their
was the
home
whole.
turf.
That was the whole thing, though. Like there was such a huge influx
Do I
of
look like
people
Pat
signing
Tillman?
up. I don't know who
My
that is,
family's
so
just
maybe.
not. We're.
Right.
Yeah.
But that was that at that time, though. You got to put it all in perspective.
Yeah.
Like that moment when like
I
everybody
would not have
loves
done it. I would have been
the
like,
military.
I've been like that. I
Yeah.
can't do that. Like, there's no way I can stop that.
Yeah, I think
So
I would have just been like a New York Pride type. You know what I mean? Like
Sure.
I'll do a march.
Yeah,
go to a
I'll do
march, I'll go to a.
As long as it's in my neighborhood, I
Yeah,
can march.
yeah. If they're doing something
I,
around downtown.
I have a hypothetical question to ask you both. Is this going to derail the Zenon conversation? But
It's
it's
okay.
relevant to
Please.
this one. My male friends, like, have had to sign up for selective service and stuff, and I obviously haven't. And so they
What
all.
is that?
The draft?
Oh, okay.
Did you sign up for that when you turned 18?
No. The draft.
You're like, you didn't sign up for selective service when you turned 18?
I don't think so.
You're not supposed to
think
be
I
like
did either.
filing tax. You guys can like get fined and like go to jail for not signing up for the draft. You have to go to the post office when you turn 18 and sign up for selective service.
That's so funny. I've never heard.
Are
of
you
that
for real right
before.
now?
Yeah.
I'll cross that.
That's
bridge.
like if you're like doing your taxes and stuff and they find out you're not like registered for selective service, you can get in a lot of trouble.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
they know where to find us.
You didn't know that's a thing?
I've never heard of that.
Are you for
before.
real?
100%.
That's
I know
like-
I
Secret
look like I'm
Service.
joking.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not
That I
trying
did
to be
sign up
like.
for.
I'm not trying. I'm not trying to be like alarmist, but like you can get in a lot of trouble for like not having signed up for.
Yeah. Well,
Like
They're
some
gonna
of-
catch up
like
to me
cer-
on
like
something.
certain stuff. Like if you
Yeah.
ever go to try to like take out like federal, like anything federal, like if you're not signed up for selective service, like you can't. Like
jeez. Well,
Jesus Christ.
this. I mean,
Fuck.
this could be the start of like a really bad time for us, Jake. Emily could have just opened, to quote our next movie, a
can
real
of
can of
Real
worms.
can of worms. Are we cutting
That really
this out of
destroys
the-
our life. No, I think. I
No,
mean, I'm
leave it
not
in
too
there.
worried
This could
about
be
it.
considered comedy. Like when stand-up comedians admit to like crimes, it's like, I was making a joke. That's not true.
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, well anyway.
I'm not too worried about it. So.
the hypothetical among
Me
like
either.
a few of my like
Cut to
male
us in a
fri-
U-boat.
in a the hypothetical among like a few of my male friends is like if World War III broke out, right, and men were getting drafted and you got drafted, would you rather go to jail for refusing, shoot yourself in the foot so that you're injured enough that you aren't like eligible, or would you just go and do it?
I guess it depends on what else I have going on.
Yeah, I'm good. I'd have to see where I'm at in life.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, neither of us could even make it to the post office to do our
Yeah,
thing.
we're busy.
So
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That's insane. I mean, sometimes they like go to schools and like do it.
I
like,
figured
you
they
might
would
have-
just know.
You're not like
when it
automatically,
happens.
which is done. Like if they really want people to do it that bad, like just make it automatic. When
Right.
someone turns 18, they go into like they have your
Yeah,
social
I'm
security
sure they've
number
got
and
the
stuff.
system.
I know, but like
They probably know where I'm
it's
at.
like why do
Yeah,
we have
they
to do our
definitely
own
do.
taxes?
Right, right.
But that I'm a little. This is like very funny to me.
I would for this should make me more nervous that Jake also hasn't signed up, because this is the kind of thing that is going to keep me up.
Oh well, I mean,
At
just
night.
go to
Now, this is the thing.
I mean, that's for future Andrew to worry about.
Yeah, but I always get so worried that I like messed up on my taxes or something, and now this is one of those things that's like
I'm
one
sorry.
day
Well, have you done your
they're
taxes
gonna knock
before?
on my door. Oh yeah, and
How many times?
everything's I don't know as many
Since you're
times as I
18.
had to do them. Yeah. So
Whenever you had to do them.
yeah,
Yeah, so they haven't got you yet.
Exactly.
You're fine.
I don't want
you
to.
never know. Oh shit,
Don't look up what happens.
firing
did you
squad.
guys get like federal loans for college, or did you just get like private loans? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, if you need like federal like Pell Grant and stuff, like you wouldn't get any of that if you're not.
No, the Pilgrims
Jesus.
are a long time.
Right. What are the pilgrims
didn't
going to
know anything
offer
about
us? How are the pilgrims going to
Yeah,
help?
what are they in the Secret
It's a-
Service?
A,
Whatever you
a
been
basket
saying.
of maize to help pay for textbooks? Come on.
Yeah. You're trading me corn.
Humor
Very excited about
makes pain go away.
the next movies.
Yeah, we got a couple
Smart
good
House
ones.
is fantastic.
That's one you've seen?
Yeah, it's a great
Okay,
one.
Yeah.
It scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, to be honest.
I do wonder if this, because, I've had the experience now pretty much 2 weeks in a row with Halloween Town and Zenon, having these movies that, it's not like, Halloween Town's obviously a little different, but movies that, didn't necessarily shape your childhood or anything, but you can kind of look back fondly on, and through rewatching them now, both of those movies in my mind have definitely got downgraded.
Yeah.
At
Sorry, we're doing
least
this
a
to
little
you.
bit. Well, I think it's a good thing and it's funny, but I'm just wondering if now that's what, I thought this podcast would be like a goofy look back, and now
Right.
it just seems like
Is this
it's just
sad?
it's just kind of like a butcher shop for childhood.
This
what
is
this
going to
podcast
break us
is.
at some point.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it might be. Oh, everything we know is a lie, and
Right.
we have to join the army.
But we did never, we've never seen Brink, and we all liked it.
Oh,
Right.
Brink was incredible.
Like, that was good.
Yeah.
Like, it was a hidden
Yeah.
gem,
Because, like, what I'm trying to figure out is, like, the idea of Zenon, right? Like, should be, and I liked it. I'd probably give it, like, a 6, like,
What do
but,
you
like,
give Andrew?
yeah,
I'd probably give Zenon a 5, 5
I'm
and a
giving it a
half.
4.
yeah. That's so low.
It sucked,
But,
and
like-
I feel like there's going to be better ones.
But, like, yeah, like, there's something, like,
we
clearly
have so many
happening
movies.
that... Yeah, there's a ton.
I can give that one a 4 with
'Cause-
confidence.
Because, like, I'm just trying to figure out, like, what is happening in, like, some of these movies that's making them boring. Because, like, the idea of them
Right.
is so exciting. Like, the premise of that was super exciting, but, like, the one we've been the most excited about was rollerblading.
And it was sick, though.
And I don't know if it's
It
literally
was.
just, like, the acting that's, like,
Yeah.
making or breaking
gotta
these
be.
movies, or if it's, like, we'd rather just watch teens do, like, normal stuff
Right.
as adults rather than, like, fantastical stuff.
That's
But,
interesting.
like, Smart House, like, this one, I know it's like an AI thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it,
Right.
like, takes over the house, and
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. So, like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
Sounds
maybe
like
that
a
one.
dumb
That's a good-
house to me. Am I right, guys? Sounds
Yeah.
more like a dumb house. But Can of Worms, the 13th year, that is one.
So you've seen both of these?
I don't think I've seen the end of Can of Worms.
So what's
don't
Can of
remember
Worms
how it
about?
Can of Worms is about, dude.
I'm gonna look it
I
up.
will,
I'll read the
okay.
description.
Can of Worms is about a young man named Michael Pillsbury.
Yikes.
His name is Mike Pillsbury.
You're kidding, dude. What
His
the
name
fuck is this?
Is Mike Pillsbury. And he is like kind of a weird guy, and he builds like this giant satellite in his backyard. And he gets like bullied or something one day, and so he decides to take his big old satellite and send a message into space saying, "My name is Mike Pillsbury. I don't belong on this planet. Somebody come and
Ew.
get me." Oh, did you see one of the aliens? Yeah. That's one of the...
I
so
hated that.
IMDb has this
Well-
at 4.9 and Rotten Tomatoes has it at 39.
Wow.
So
4.9 out of 5?
4.9 out of 10.
Oh.
4.9 out of 5.
Well, because, like, IMDb is, like, users,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes is, like, critics, so sometimes those
Right.
numbers are, like, super different,
Yeah.
but that's rough.
But not for Can of Worms. But so a bunch of aliens then start showing up, and It's like, oh boy, you really opened a can of worms. It's kind of, I think that there's going to be some stuff in there that you guys like. I mean, you said ew to the first Alien. That's not even like the grossest one.
Okay.
But they are, because all the aliens are like these practical puppets, and some of the designs are like really interesting and stuff. So I think that might be our saving grace watching that one.
I do.
But
I like that more than
13th
like the
year
90s CGI.
The 13th year has a 6 on IMDb.
13th
year
year
one got better.
is really just top notch.
That's
There's
another
a kid,
one that like my older coworkers are like, that's the one. So
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
That one
I
rules.
read what the description was, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah, there's a kid in that movie who is the ultimate. He's king of the Gilberts.
Oh,
he
no.
is king of the Gilberts.
Not even Dylan?
He's my champion. Oh my god, dude. Dylan, this guy. Yeah.
This guy puts Dylan to shame.
Well, when you're talking about Gilberts in particular, like, for the Gilbert scale, Dylan could beat the shit out of the guy in that movie. So it's really,
oh my lord.
yeah. So proving that guy is the ultimate Gilbert.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like golf, like where you want the lowest score.
Sure.
To be king of the Gilberts, you want to get the shit kicked out of you the most.
Yeah.
It's not,
because you don't want to be part of
the it crowd.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is you kind of do.
You want
Although
to be,
Dylan,
but
Dylan doesn't though.
No.
But you know what? Maybe he secretly does.
Yeah. Like
'Cause
if he were offered,
He gets the tingles at the end. Dylan's tingles. Shout out to Dylan's Tingles. Which I think was also the name of that restaurant, Zenon.
I can't
Wish I had the
wait
onion
for
ring.
Horse Sense. Just looking at the name.
That
just
sounds like it's
sounds
gonna be
like-
so bad. I don't think I've ever seen a single movie about a horse that
Horse
I've like
Sense.
enjoyed.
Yeah.
War Horse?
Seabiscuit?
I didn't see
Steven
War
Spielberg's
Horse.
War Horse? That movie.
That looks so dumb. I'd rather watch
Seabiscuit?
fucking Lincoln than War Horse.
Wow. I fell asleep in the theater during Lincoln.
Yeah, probably pretty good
I
nap.
was also a little kid, so whatever.
And I've never seen Seabiscuit either. That's based on a real horse. No, I'm thinking of Secretariat, which I've also never seen.
Seabiscuit's a real horse.
Seabiscuit was a real horse.
What are they? Was it a
I think
racing
they were both
horse
like
as well?
triple. Yeah, like they were like derby horses or some shit.
Interesting.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Black Beauty, that's a classic.
Is that
Because that's like
is that based
on
a
a
real
novel.
horse? Oh,
No,
okay.
but it was based on like a popular book.
So was Zenon. Somebody. Oh, I got my
One
phone.
of
I'm
us
gonna look
got
up the book.
I wonder if it's like because it said illustrated. And I
Right.
wonder if it's like a graphic novel.
I think it's got to be like a
Yeah, it said
shitty picture
book.
book, like one of those
Yeah.
little golden books or whatever.
Yeah.
So we got The Color of Friendship coming up, too.
So excited.
Coming up
for that
fast.
That's not that far away.
That's
That-
the only one I'm like so excited for, and it's gonna be my Halloween Town where I'm like me afterwards.
It's a good movie.
Because I just remember there's this. I don't want to spoil.
I'm trying to
There's
think
like
of
a
a-
really good part in it where there's like a guy like washing
Don't
their
do it.
windshield on the street,
Yeah.
and she's like afraid, and the mom's like, no, he's like a homeless guy, and people give him money to wash windshields, and she's like, he's scary, and they're like, well, he's poor, so what's he gonna do? Like, but the little girl is like, oh, well, it's
And then the mom beat the shit out of the homeless person so they can have a place to sleep at night in the hospital.
I'll do him a favor.
Yep.
and then be in debt.
And then everybody claps.
Yeah, that movie's gonna be.
That scene's
That movie's
iconic.
gonna be intense
so
to watch.
excited.
It
I'm
is
trying to
gonna
think
be
of the
good.
next one like we've all seen.
The
The Luck of the Irish. I
Luck
think
of the
we've all
Irish.
seen that,
Oh yeah,
right?
I
everybody knows.
haven't seen that.
So Zenon, it turns out, is actually it's a series of books,
Mhm.
and I'm trying to get the image up. My internet just started acting really
Cadet
strange.
Kelly.
Dude, the internet here has
Can I
been pissing me off. Not
Yeah.
gonna lie. Nobody's fault, but I'll be here alone. Like, I'll have one tab open, and it's like, oh, we couldn't save your progress on Canva.
Holy smokes!
Thanks a lot.
There's a Zenon book titled Bobo Crazy. Seems to be about a dog. Oh, the space station actually kind of looks like the space station from the book.
That's cool.
All I'm finding are covers.
Yeah. Because going into this, I definitely thought Zenon was an alien.
Oh, really?
Like, I
I
thought
mean,
she
that's
was
an
an alien.
I
alien
thought
name.
she was like an alien that,
I thought it was an alien girl
that
going
got sent
Earth.
back to Earth that was like technologically like way behind her, and so Girl of the 21st Century was her learning how to like you know what I mean, like
Right.
adapt to old technology or something.
Oh, that I kind of like that.
Yeah.
That would have been kind of like a cool twist.
Because like
on
you know
it.
we've all seen Guardians 3, right? At this
Yeah.
point now,
Yeah.
finally. Because like you know how Nebula like can't open the car door
Yeah.
because she's like so used to high tech stuff, and then
Right.
this weird car door like throws her off.
Open
that
the
was
fucking
funny.
door.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
it was
man.
funny.
Forgot they said the F word in that. I mean, you told me they were.
They're
gonna,
one F
or
word.
Something.
Yep.
Pretty good.
Why didn't
It
he
was a
say
good
I'm
one.
Rocket fucking Raccoon? That would have been way
That
cooler.
would have been sick. I guess because I Am Iron Man maybe is already such a big thing.
Maybe.
Open the fucking
But-
door is hilarious though.
Yeah.
Like just such a funny way to use it.
Damn.
That was funny.
Yeah.
I
Sometimes you
gotta
forget
laugh
how
at it.
funny that dude actually is. Because on Parks
I
and Rec,
know.
he was so. I mean, can't beat him.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
I was just watching. I'm on the season where she's running for like town council or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's so funny.
Hmm.
He's like her like secretary, and he's just being ridiculous all the time.
Have you guys
Got the
seen
sunglasses.
the comeback blooper?
Oh yeah,
It's
I
so
just saw it
funny.
the other day again.
Oh, you gotta.
Oh,
look
yeah,
at it.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna say how.
Come
you know,
on,
yeah.
bud.
Pretty sure she got coming her back, and they just are quiet for a second and then just start dying. Anyway.
Yeah, to transition out of that, the parents on Zenon also
Mhm.
pretty bad.
Yeah, what
bad
the
parents.
hell? What's
The
wrong
worst
with
one
parents
so
in these
far.
things?
Oh, by like a mile because they didn't even.
They had no redeeming quality
No.
to them.
Not
they were
really.
just bad parents to
'Cause
her, and
you
they're
can
like, "Oh, I'm
see,
happy you're
like-
back."
You
Yeah.
can see the dad is like he doesn't want to send Zenon away because he's like your mom, and I have decided, and he didn't
Which
even
is-
try to say like, "Hey, honey, I disagree with you."
I know.
Like,
That's pretty fucked up. They have
I
a bad
know.
relationship. That's what that says.
getting walked all over.
Ugh. And
Fucked up.
yeah, they yeah, if my parents sent me, that's such a crazy. I mean, I guess as the world gets smaller or like space gets smaller in their instance, like, you know, maybe you do something like that, but that's just so
It's so
crazy. Like
drastic.
they
Yeah.
banish her. She can't even talk to her friends.
Like she even said she was banished.
yeah,
Right.
she's gonna miss the
Like to
concert.
a world that she doesn't like remember.
And they
or
don't
know.
tell her anything about it except for that it's terrible and
Scary,
scary.
yeah.
And she
Yeah.
hasn't seen Aunt Judy since she was a baby. Like,
Right, and
Right.
Judy, and they're just dumping this girl on Judy
Yeah.
too. And I don't. I bet you Judy and the mom don't have like a great sibling
No.
relationship.
No,
either,
probably
They
you know
didn't
what I'm
even
saying?
like embrace when they saw
Oh
each
yeah,
other.
there's no like.
Yeah,
Ugh.
like they've been on the space station
Yeah.
for what, 8 years or whatever.
13.
Yeah. 13.
Well, Zenon was 5 when they went,
right,
so I
yeah.
guess like something like that. Which really, in the grand scheme of things, is like not that long.
But if you don't see your sibling for 8 years,
Yeah, I guess so.
And
yeah.
those are Xenon's formative years, you know.
Sure, like for a teenager, that's like a kid, teenager, 8 years
Right.
is a really long time. But like as an adult, to them, their perspective is like, oh, whatever, 8 years. But like 8 years to a kid is like,
their entire
Something
life.
crazy.
Yeah,
pretty
it's more than half of Xenon's
Yeah.
life at
Yeah.
that point, you know. Yeah, and the parents, they're just too. Yeah, it feels like they just didn't even want a kid, honestly,
Mhm.
and now they're ugh.
they just all
They tried to
like,
abort it back to Earth.
just all under the pressure of like the commander guy,
Yeah.
because he was like,
Commander Plank.
he was like, I'll let you pick the punishment, but if it's not good enough, like,
Yeah.
all right, we'll
And
just.
who the fuck is this dude that he
I
gets to
know.
say that?
I know.
What kind of crazy totalitarian
Like, nope,
society are they
we're
living
not
on in that
listening.
spaceship? Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, poorly run. It didn't really make a lot of sense what they.
They're
what
a failing
company
space
did.
station anyway.
Right,
Yeah.
but they
They
just
weren't good scientists.
is
They're
the space.
failing.
But you know what? Because they were really reliant. Like the whole reason that Mr. Wyndham or whatever comes to the space station in the first place is to scope out, see if his investment is doing well,
Mhm.
decide whether or not to keep the space station going by giving them more money. And when he pledges that $500,000 or $500 million
Yeah.
rather, he everybody goes crazy. Like, oh, thank God, now the space station is going to be safe.
Yeah.
That dude is now presumably in prison.
Yeah.
Is the space station
Well, he
still,
got
so they
locked
say-
up all right.
I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon. So is this? But they just saved the space station. Is it still going to be shut down though? Because now who's funding
The guy
it?
who, yeah, maybe it's like the company and the board of
I think
directors
Andrew
of that
is.
company.
Oh,
weren't-
man, they
weren't
should
as,
give it
like,
The
control to
Andrew
Andrew.
Gregory guy.
Yeah.
yeah. But maybe the company as a
Right.
whole wasn't bad. Just he was a bad guy. I don't know.
Well, maybe I wouldn't be surprised if like the government seized all of his assets and now they're in
Maybe.
control of the
Yeah,
space
NASA.
station. Yeah, NASA. It's a NASA
Yeah,
property.
because like the space station's not even like self-sustaining. She was like, I need to get on a supply ship. They're still
Right.
sending shit up there to these people.
Yeah, and they can't send them like a frozen pizza or something because all she
Yeah.
talks about is like all we can eat is what we cultivate.
But they're sending supplies though. Like what supply? Yeah.
None of this. It all
makes
sounds
n-
very poorly run.
No, it was failing for a reason.
Right? Yeah. Maybe they
It was
should
failing
have.
before the movie even
Yeah.
started.
They're all gonna go
For the credits.
I'm not sure Zenon should have saved that space station. Might have honestly been the
She
worst
saved
thing
their
possible.
lives though. But
She did
Yeah.
save their
The
lives.
guy
that's
wasn't gonna
right.
get him off. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Nebula, Raven Simone would have made it.
Yeah, we gotta save Nebula. Gotta
Yeah.
save Nebula. And once, what was that guy? Protozoa. What a fucking
I liked that guy until he started singing. His
He was-
singing was
yeah,
bad.
it was bad.
just dancing
Yeah.
around. Really,
But he like again that
Zoom,
guy
zoom,
like did the
zoom.
whole like teen boy band thing. Like it was pretty good, you know.
yeah,
The suit was kind of insane. It was
he
like
had the right hair.
snakeskin and leopard at the same time
And
somehow.
also-
Like
Yeah, well, that's pretty. Down here, we're still using Fahrenheit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
We're way behind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we gotta get on that. He's got a
That's like
Liger
double.
suit on.
It's double the heat.
Oh, I can't believe that woman's
Margie.
name was Marge or that girl.
Marjorie.
That's so
Annoying.
crazy.
Or Margie.
so
Fucking Zenon, and then she goes. Her best friend's name is Nova, and now she's hanging around with Greg and Marge. That's wild.
yeah.
What a real different world. Any last thoughts on Zenon?
You know, I hope the sequel's better.
I think it could be.
I got a good feeling about it. I got a good feeling about it going on.
Sure, okay.
I want to believe.
I believe in the next one.
I haven't been broken yet.
Okay. I didn't hate it.
Ah.
Whatever.
I didn't hate it either.
It was more like a real like movie.
That yes,
makes
yes,
sense.
it
Like-
absolutely was. Like there were
It was
clear
so dark.
acts,
Yeah, like
and
it
there was
was-
like a clear.
Yeah. That movie
know,
was
whole deal.
dark. Like if you're gonna be watching that movie, you need to turn all the lights off in
Yeah.
your
The,
room or
uh,
something.
The
'cause-
scene where in the Mr. Wyndham's office on Earth,
Mhm.
when the what's his name goes in there to tell him like he lost Zenon or
Mhm.
whatever, both of them are completely covered in shadow. It's crazy.
for no
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah, I guess because they're bad guys.
I feel like you're
Maybe.
gonna find a movie soon that you really hate, Emily.
Probably.
I feel
I'm
like
sure
you're
it's
really
coming.
gonna hate Can of Worms.
I think I am maybe gonna hate that one to be honest.
Oh man, I can't root against Mike Pillsbury. Although, chances are
I'm giving Mike Pill. I'm up here with Mike Pillsbury. I'm with you, Andrew.
his name is Mike Pillsbury, man. And you know what? He's right. He doesn't. He's too good for this planet with a name like that.
I do think the more that I watch these though, the more I hate like the first two. Not
Which
under
one?
wraps, but like
You
not
lucky
as
dog.
much, but I really don't like that anymore.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
You lucky dog.
Are you
But
are
it-
you demoting it?
Yes.
What's it down
I don't
to?
even remember what I gave it in the first
I
place.
think you gave it like a 7.
7.
Yeah.
Oh,
You,
that seems high.
I really think you
Yeah.
did.
I'm definitely down. Yeah, it's downgraded to probably a 5. It's still
Ooh.
weird. It's still funny, but like,
The AstroTurf scene
It's
just
rough.
brought me up here.
ugh,
It's still no Brink.
Watching-
Brink's still gonna be the
Yeah,
bar.
man, I know.
What we all gave Brink like a 9.
Because
right?
that
and
movie
we were
was
all
like
like,
legitimately
"What
good.
is this shit?" Like
Yeah.
we were all like,
Ready to
we
shit
were
on
wrong.
it.
We were
And
It was
dead
awesome.
wrong.
wasn't his name Andy Brink in that movie?
Andy
Brinker.
Brink.
Andy Brinker.
Brinker.
Brinkerman.
No,
We
Brinkerman
just
is
keep
what I
adding
kept calling him.
syllables to his name.
Brinkerman.
I've been doing that to
Brinkermansky.
play.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a wrap on
Yeah.
Zenon.
Yeah, I
Nothing
guess
left to say
so.
but zoom, 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 baby.
Making my heart go boom, boom, boom.
My supernova girl.